Hello everybody, and welcome to Flexdex. On this video, we're going to show you how to install your laser cut grip tape onto your Flexdex skateboard. So this particular grip tape is set up for our Slalom 30 board, and this is what we use for all of our shorter boards, which is under 30 inches and under. It has the laser cut center stripe, the Flexdex logo in the middle, and you can also see that there are some truck holes that are also laser cut. These would line up perfectly if you are going to be grip taping your Slalom 30. But today we're going to show you how to do it on a classic 29. So we have our grip tape laid out on our workbench and we're ready to do a little bit of measuring. We're going to measure from the center point of the diamond out to those holes that we showed previously. And really, for these boards, you want to have the Flexdex diamond near the middle of the board or slightly forward for the best appearance. We're lining up the board to see exactly how we're going to lay it out on the grip tape and see how it lines up left or right on that center line. You want to make sure those holes, laser cut holes, don't line up with any of your truck holes for the C29. The next step, now that you've familiarized and lined your board up, is go ahead and rip off the backing. Start with one of the corners, rip off both sides. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to get rid of those little pieces of backing that line up with the holes so that that will properly stick to the board. And then you're going to go in and take out the inner diamond of the Flexdex logo. Now this takes a little bit of artistry to, if you're really good at it, get it out in one piece. And then you'll go ahead and take the forward holes, go ahead and get rid of those pieces of paper. And now you're ready to go ahead and put the board onto the grip tape. So I like to start in the back, line up the center of the board on the spot that I had lined up previously, or how I want to line it up. And then I slowly bring the board down, lining up the nose so that center stripe goes right down the center of the board. Smooth it out a little bit, apply a little bit of pressure. You'll be doing more of this later to make sure you got a good adhesion. Trim off a little bit of excess, and then you're going to trim all the way around the board, leaving about a 1/2 inch all the way around. All right, and now we're ready to go to the next big step. Now for this step, we have some nice rollers at Flexdex to help us make this a little bit easier. But you can also use your hand. The key here is to work from the center of the board outward to get rid of all of the bubbles that may have formed while applying the grip tape. It's also good to go multiple directions to ensure you have good adhesion, especially going across that center Flexdex logo. And you also want to make sure you get the edge real good so that the grip tape is adhering well all the way out to the edge of the board. Here's where we remove the center stripe. Remember, the paper's still on. When you get to the Flexdex logo, you want to hold down that center diamond where you backed off the tape previously. There you go. Next, we're going to be trimming the edges. All you need for this is a hard metal object like a wrench. You can also use a screwdriver. We really like these screwdrivers that have the diamond profile to them. And we're just going to have a nice big angle, go around the board and score the edge of the board. This is going to make it a lot easier when we use the utility knife to trim off the board. Makes it a little bit thinner around the edge and the knife goes through a little bit easier. And again, we want to fluff up the edges to make sure that the grip tape is not going around the edge of the board. Grab your utility knife again with a nice brand new blade. Go at a high angle around the edge of the board and take off that edge of the grip tape. If you do it nice and cleanly, you'll have a nice white edge with a good contrast between the black grip tape and the white Flexdex board. And we're just going to go ahead and repeat that process for the other side of the board. Now we have to get the Flexdex logo Fs out of there. This is the last part of actually peeling off grip tape. And the best way to do it is to take a utility knife and work it underneath between the grip tape backing and the board. Hold down that outer diamond and kind of lift up until you get it to break free. And then you can just slowly work it up. You don't want to move too fast or you'll pull up the grip tape that's supposed to stay attached to the board. I made a slight little mistake. It's not quite as clean, so you can use your knife, clean up a little bit of excess grip tape. And that completes the process. The board's all done. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. See you next time.